Hey guys, Rad here with another video for you for Iratus, Lord of the Dead. Today we got a redux of our Double Trouble build. We originally had the video posted. It was quite popular, but I took it down because it had some bad advice in it, and I didn't think the build was optimal anymore, and I wanted to revisit it. I had a couple other builds that I've been working on, and this one's been in the can for a while, and I think today we're going to finish it off. So, call it Double Trouble because it's got double bone golems. These are excellent tanking units. They're able to self-heal and buff the rest of their team. They got a reasonable ultimate. And really, these guys are just your average massive meat bags that protect the rest of your team. You build them both pretty much identically. Just give them vigor all the way up. Pretty simple. Their class trinket lets them tank better as they lose health, which is handy. And their second trinket that we gave them is just whatever the best tanking trinket we could find is. So this guy's got the extra vigor, and this guy's got the armor plates. So this build used to have a skeleton in position 3, but the problem is that the damage output of the build just wasn't there. And then with the buffs to the Headhunter, we moved him up into position 3, and we're using him here. So Headhunter, very high DPS melee character. The main ability that we use to start is this Abundant Harvest, which is a AoE attack that'll hit the entire enemy team. It's very good for taking off blocks initially to start the fight. And it's got that 2% chance to immediately kill the enemy. It doesn't happen all that often, especially since we don't have the upgrade trinket, but it happens once in a while, and when it does, it's pretty cool. So what we do is we beat him down with this for a bit. We may drop a trap to move back in the formation every once in a while. And then when we see someone to kill, we use the Profitable Bounty, which is his ultimate attack. Now, because the Bone Golems are buffing the Headhunter with blocks and wards, this two-front action on him when he moves right up to the first position isn't all that big of a deal, because when he's up there, we always make sure that he's got some sort of defense on him. It's got some other abilities. This Lucky Catch is great for disrupting enemy formations. It ignores blocks, so whatever you aim at is going to come to the front. That's great for pulling a caster up there so you can beat him up. And this one we don't use that often. We mostly use it for the 4 accuracy, but yeah, this is pretty good too. Every once in a while, you'll be in the front 2 positions and have an opportunity to use this attack, and it's the best one out there. That's the Bounty Hunter. Pretty standard build for the Bounty Hunter. We've just upgraded his attack as much as we can so far, and we gave him a little bit of accuracy because he starts off in a bit of a deficit there. And the replacement for the skeleton we have is this Bride of Iratus. So the Bride is your quintessential glass cannon. She's got one of the best stat lines in the game for pure damage dealing. Her Lung Piercer attack has a critical hit stun on it, so by bumping up her luck, as we are trying to do here, she gets a lot of natural critical hits. And since we're bumping her luck, we took the upgrade on the Master's Rose that doesn't give an automatic critical hit. It just gives 75% damage, but since we have so much luck, this tends to go off from time to time. Both these units have Vampire Fangs, very important in this build because otherwise they have no sustain. We've used the Wedding Gift on the Bride, and we're using a temporary item here on the Headhunter. We're not sure what we'll upgrade this to, but I'm sure something will come along. Bride's got a couple other attacks, Stress and an Ignition. We don't use those too often. All this stuff is basically just for the +1 attack. So, stat line, as we said, just attack and crit. And eventually we'll get some blocks and wards and some evasion and stuff. But for now, we're just bumping up her offensive ability. So, what floor are we on? We're on the 2nd floor. We got an elite fight coming up. Looks like a reasonably tough one with some dwarves. This one could be tricky. Take a look at our artifacts here. We might want to use a consumable. Not that one. We'll use this. Should take a look at the talents right before we go in. So we've done the same thing we always do. Right down the archery, grab Battle Eternal. And this time we came down and grabbed Advanced Ballistics just because of the Headhunter. We also got the 3 attack. Now we're over in the Magic Tree and we grabbed Dispel. And we can go in a couple of different directions from this. We could go down and get Finger of Death like we usually do. Or we could grab this Overwhelming Ire to make our 2 ultimates a little cheaper. So let's head in and let's see how we do against these dwarves. So notably, we are coming to this fight a little bit beat up. So we'll probably want to get off a Battle Eternal at some point. But first we're going to start clearing some of these blocks. The Bride's also got an AoE attack, so she'll use that to help get rid of those blocks. It's not really a waste of an ultimate. I'm going to buff up our Bride. And we're going to buff up our Headhunter. We'll tick back the Headhunter. Seem to be multiplying their blocks, so let's just try to get a few more of those off. This is the only guy that we can hit, so we will. We got a choice here. We can. Well, we got two acting in a row, so we will put our buff back on our Bride. It's quite squishy. You got to make sure you've always got those on there. I think we're actually gonna do the rare attack with the Bone Golem just to finish off that guy. Double damage. I think we don't like that, so we're gonna purge all the stuff. Again, we're gonna work through these blocks again. I sure do love handing out the blocks. Okay, we got our ultimate up. Nobody's low, so I think, yeah, just AoE damage here is pretty good. And then more buffing, since these guys seem to love the backline. Eventually we'll run out of health on these Bone Golems, but hopefully by then we'll whittle them down a little bit. We got one block here, so we'll just get rid of that. As you can see, the wards are doing a pretty good job of keeping the Bride safe. She probably needs a ward, so we'll buff her again. She's got a choice here. Probably this guy. Now with the blocks and wards on both of our DPS, we'll start healing up our tanks. God, she is so annoying, isn't she? Alright, we'll keep the blocks off. I think we could probably do 33 to this guy, so we'll use our ultimate. Ah. Disappointing. Missing a ward there. Missing a ward there. Alright, around to the Bride again. Probably just take this guy out. That would have been stunned, but he died. What's the best way to do this? Is one of the issues with the Bounty Hunter in position 3. If he doesn't have Ultimate Man, he doesn't really have a great single target attack here. So we got a choice. We could either 60% them both, or just try to kill the Arc Girl with our best attack, which is 80%. So I think we'll do that. Doesn't work, but worth a shot. We're going to start healing our tanks, even though we do have a ward missing, just because we got the next fight to worry about, right? And this looks pretty well in hand. This ignores blocks, so we can go right through it and kill her.
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
This is unfortunate, but what can you do? Continue healing our tanks. The next fight. And the Bounty Hunter won't kill him with the ultimate, but we'll give him a good chunk. And then the bride can maybe finish him off. Close. Just heal our tanks fully. I'll bring it around to the bounty hunter. What? That is not what I meant to do. I don't know. I won't know what that was, but we'll make that up in the next fight. Here we go. Second elite fight of the second floor. Start clearing off these blocks. We added a ward to our bride, so she'll be a little more resilient. I think she's going to try to take out this musketeer early. No crit, unfortunately. Ooh, okay. I think we're going to put both of our defensive abilities on this bride. It's because she could get a shot from the musketeer and another one, and I really don't want her to die. With this and the stuffy doll, we're pretty... Oh, you... Mother... I have to buff the bounty hunter now. But I think this is going on the bride. I feel like they're going to focus this bride. Alright, 165. Even if it gets deflected, it ignores blocks, so it's not the end of the world. Generation, okay. Let's try it again. That worked. So we just picked up overwhelming ire, so we are able to do a better job of spamming our ultimates. So this, how does this work? Is it just the ones behind? We didn't really have a good move there. Okay, let's buff up the bounty hunter. Let's help out with the blocks. Get a little stomp going on. Alright, so we're gonna back this guy up. Brings us back around to the bride. Let's go here. Nice. So there's that stun on crit. Get a block up on the bounty hunter. And this guy's got stance interruption, so we'll do that. These guys are just so beefy. So difficult killable in roll. This will probably redirect, but no. That's... Fortunately, I don't think we can get through them. Well, actually... 20, we can either stuffy doll them or attack. What does this do? 20 to 22? There we go. Time to heal the tanks. Yeah, well, we weren't getting around that. Let's drop our trap. Stun him. It's not in a stance, so we'll just heal. Whatever he does, we'll just deal with it. See if we can finish him off. Nice. Alright, inventor time. We just AoE down this whole room. That sound right? Sweet. Single target when I have to. See how this goes. Oh, easy now. Alright, more AoE.
Kill, my darling, kill!
Get there eventually. We just keep these wards up on our tanks. The Metric can do some pretty decent damage. Kind of annoyingly repairs things too. That's good. You just keep up the AoE. Yeah. Doesn't do anything to the inventor, but probably have enough blocks of wars for now. It's got nice and topped up. That's kind of annoying. We got ult mana though. Nice if his ability went off ever. I don't think I've seen an assassinate anywhere on the entire floor. I guess that's what 2% is. Not very good chance. Is this going to be a really long fight? Might be. We'll just polish off these ones instead of healing. Now.
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
Let's get boards back up. Can the inventor do any physical attacks? I don't think he does. I feel like all he does is that. And then you get the pylon attack every once in a while like that.
This never gets old.
It'll take a little while. You're fine. Just keep buffing, buddy. I wonder how many wards we're going to have by the end of this. Or how many blocks. Is there a limit to the number of blocks? I don't think I've ever seen 10 blocks.
Carve open their husks.
More wards. Maybe he can heal. Well, I'm gonna regret that, aren't I? No, we're okay.
Less annoyance in the world.
Yeah, long fight.
Your frail bodies fail you.
Get out of here.
Move those marble legs.
2 stunners, really? You want to just get rid of a stunner here? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Look at something that isn't a stunner. Getting pretty low. There you go, 10 blocks. Oh, sure. Another stunner. Oh, I guess we're about to win, huh? How many hit points do you have?
Delivered.
There we go.